So sharing some of the tips in algebra which you can work out. If you need to simplify something, equation like x by 2 over x and 3x square over x square minus 4. As and when you see this, you should remember it is perfect difference of perfect square. So I can sub in the values like times 3x square divided by x minus 2 and x plus 2. And this will get cancelled, and this 1x and then 1x will get cancelled. So you will get 3x over x plus 2. Okay. So that's one thing. So similarly, you will be able to modify. And remember, if you have divided by 2 over 2 over x plus 5, whenever you see a division, you have to find the reciprocal of the second number and multiply it. So it is like x over 5 times x plus 5 over 2, and then multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator. So it will be x plus 5 divided by 5 times 2, and then simplify. Remember how to do a long division. Whenever you have a value called x square plus x cube plus 5x plus 6. As and when you see this, you have to see there is a no coordinate for x square. So you have to rewrite this as x cube plus 0 x square plus 5x plus 6, and then do the division. Otherwise, it will be wrong. And whenever you have something like 1 by 4 minus a square divided by 1 plus 2 by a, remember you do the numerator first, denominator first, and then simplify it. So for the numerator, I can think of this as 1 over 1 and then do a cross multiply here. Same with this, do a cross multiply here. So that will become a minus 4 divided by a square divided by a plus 2 over a square. Now the next step is to think of this as a division sign, and if I want to rewrite this, I can write this as a minus 4 divided by a square times, sorry, divide by a plus 2 over a square. Now, as I mentioned before, division should be modified as multiplication. So then this will become a square divided by a plus 2, and then okay, so this is an a square. Okay, sorry, this is a square, this is a square, this is a square, and a square minus 4 can be written as difference of perfect square. So a minus 2, a plus 2 divided by a square times a square divided by a plus 2. A square will be cancelled, a plus 2 will be cancelled, and then you will get a minus 2 as an answer. Okay, I think there is a small mistake in this. I'm not very sure. Maybe this should be some calculation mistake. Then there is a manipulation of formula which you have to remember for all the calculations which you will be working on. So suppose if you have square root of p over r minus q, r minus q is equal to p, and you have to write it in terms of r. So whenever you see a square root, you square the both sides. So it is like p by r minus q is equal to p square. Then this is a 1 here, and you cross multiply. So p is equal to p square into r minus q. You can simplify this, which is equal to p equal to p square r minus p square q. And since you have to work with r, you just keep r on one side, bring the other numbers to the left hand side. So p square plus p square q is equal to p square r, and then you divide both sides by p square. So this will get cancelled. So r is equal to p plus p square q by p square. Then you have solving equations. Linear equation, you know how to solve linear equation, you know how to solve quadratic equation. Linear equations, just a normal rearranging the numbers to one another side. Quadratic equations, you factorize it, or you use the minus b formula. And cubic equations, when you have cubic equations in place, either you use the factors, then they will be giving you one factor. So what you can do is you can divide the cubic equation with that factor, then you will get a quadratic, and then you will be able to do it. So remember, the quadratic equation, you will have three linear factors. So this is linear, linear. Three linear factors, or these two linear factors will make a quadratic. So it can be a linear factor times a quadratic factor. Okay, so they will be giving you linear factor, so you do a long division for the cubic equation and then find the quadratic equation and then factorize it. Or what you can do is, if they are giving you a factor, if they are giving you a quadratic equation as a factor, then you say that okay, x plus k is also a factor, and then you write the quadratic what you already have given and multiply it and then equate both the sides. Okay, so that is one thing. And suppose if they give you a linear equation and a quadratic equation to solve simultaneously. So from the linear equation, you find one variable, either x or y, you find the variable and sub it into the quadratic equation, and then you will be able to do it. And what you will do if you have an exponential equation, whenever you have an exponential equation, uh, you use ln to solve the values. And you have the inequalities. Inequalities works the same way as equality. So if you have 3x minus 4x is equal to 11, you simplify this as minus 4x is less than 11 plus, sorry, 11 minus 3. So minus 4x is equal to 8 and x is equal to minus 2. X is, sorry, it's not equal to. You have to write it with the negative only. I mean, sorry, less than, simple, less than, um, less than minus 2. So here what you have to do is, since you are dividing it's with a negative sign, so you have to put that as x is greater than minus 2. Here you are dividing by minus 4, right? So you have to change the sign and put it into greater than 2. And whenever you need to draw a number line for n, you just put the values like dots here, and for r you have to draw a thick line. Okay, you have to remember that. And when in the if you have a complex inequality like minus 3 less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to or maybe less than 2, whenever you're drawing a number line, so minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1 and 2, since it is less than or equal to, you will draw a darkened line here, and since it is less than 2 and there is no equal to, you will just draw a line like this. I'm sorry, you will draw a circle like this, open circle, and then you draw a line connecting these two. So it's important to understand these.